Hi, everybody, and welcome to More Books with B. Sharice. I am your host, B. Sharice Moore. I've been on hiatus. I needed some time to gather myself, get myself together because I'm in the process of doing some writing and, of course, all the things I have to keep up with my students and with graduate school. So I took a bit of a rest, few weeks off. Hope you guys didn't miss me too much, but here I am, and I am back. So welcome to the show. Thank you for sticking with me. It's been a couple weeks, but let's jump right into it. So, some housekeeping: grab your pens, grab your pencils, grab your notebooks or your phone or whatever it is that you write with, and we're going to jump right in. Okay, so the book of the week is The Undefeated by Kwame Alexander. Again, the book of the week is The Undefeated by Kwame Alexander. So, The Undefeated is a book of pictures and poems. So it's classified probably as a picture book. All right. However, this is a picture book for older readers. I would say grades maybe 4 and up. Actually, I will go as young as 3 and up. All right. So grades 3 and up. And what Kwame Alexander has done is he has written a poem that he said he began to write in 2008. And he has added an illustrator, and the illustrator is Kadir Nelson. Excuse me for forgetting Kadir Nelson. Our illustrators are extremely important, so want to make sure I mention Mr. Nelson. And the poem has been illustrated by Kadir Nelson. So, one thing that I love about Kwame Alexander's work is how clear it is. All right. Um, there's nothing about Kwame Alexander's work that intimidates my students. It is extremely engaging, especially for my struggling readers and my reluctant readers. They absolutely love his other books, The Crossover, Rebound. Absolutely love those books. Can't keep them. In fact, one of my students lost Rebound. So there's that. All right. But, had to purchase it again and it's back on the shelf. Okay. So those are some other books by Kwame Alexander if you would like to pick them up. But The Undefeated is a book of Black American history in poetry form. So he begins basically with an ode to our famous Black figures. So there are people like Zora Neale Hurston, Lewis Latimer, all right, and Langston Hughes, of course. And he also honors our common everyday folks. All right. The folks who, let me go back toward the beginning, who endured slavery, the folks who endured Jim Crow and segregation, and of course, the ancestors who both survived and did not survive the Middle Passage. One thing that I love about this book is though it is extremely engaging for our reluctant readers, there's so many opportunities to teach with this book. All right, so um, there's vocabulary in here that some of our students may or may not be familiar with, and it's easy to pluck those terms out, have students talk about the root word, talk about any prefixes, talk about the meanings, and discuss the context. I've been reading recently about the alarm with the education system and the fact that American students really are not doing well. And since Common Core was implemented, according to the latest statistics, the latest graduating class to have had Common Core for the last several years has done pretty poorly on national exams. And one of the reasons is a lack of vocabulary. So, talking with your children, talking with your students, identifying vocabulary, though it's not an easy task because studies say that teaching vocabulary in isolation doesn't necessarily help our readers, but at least having them read an engaging text, pick out those words that they may not know the definitions of, and identifying the context, I believe can help a student. All right, can help with the vocabulary, and of course, vocabulary and understanding those terms helps comprehension, which also feeds into fluency. All right. So that's one of the things that I really appreciate about the Undefeated. I also appreciate the fact that it's so current. So, of course, here, heartbreaking picture of the four little girls who were murdered in the Birmingham church bombing. But he also has an ode to young people who were recently killed by police. And I was really struck by that. I thought it was so important to see Sandra Bland and Trayvon Martin and Mike Brown, you know, on the page, to see their likenesses on the page and have it as an accompaniment to this poem. So again, the book is called The Undefeated. There are opportunities for teaching history. There are opportunities to isolate vocabulary. And there's also an opportunity, I believe, to have students write poetry and to play some history or fact games. So I don't know if you're like me, but I am a Jeopardy fanatic. I love Jeopardy. Okay. Watch it religiously every single night. Like that is my ritual. Jeopardy at 7 o'clock. All right. My husband and I watch it every night. So one of the things that Kwame has done at the end of his book, he has short biographies of all the individuals who were illustrated in the book. So why not, either during or after reading the poem with your child, why not quiz your child on who these individuals are? And if they do not know who they are, why not use it, as I said before, as a teaching opportunity? Obviously, we all know who this is. However, some of these other individuals may be a bit more difficult for them to get. All right. So they can learn new things about new people, learn about history, and of course, you can talk about simile, you can talk about metaphor, figurative language, and vocabulary. Okay. So an extension activity, and this will be available in the other section, the about section. All right. Right below this video. How about you have your student create a collage? Okay. And I would call it a biographical collage. So in the collage, you would maybe have them identify either someone that's already in the Undefeated or someone they don't know. Okay, because of course this does not include every single, Black American who's ever contributed in history. All right, there are some notable figures here, but everybody's not here. So challenge your child to find someone new. They can print a picture of the person out and have them do a bit of research. All right. Perhaps they can surround the collage with quotes or questions or connections. So it's similar to like an annotation. And this is something that I do with my students where while we are reading a book, they will use sticky notes to make a connection to the text. So they can ask a question, if it's something that they don't understand or they don't know. They can make a connection if they are familiar with the topic, or they can make an observation. And this is especially good in fiction. All right. So have them create a literary collage. And in this collage, they would have the person that they're looking up in the middle, person that they're researching, and surrounded with quotes, connections, questions, or observations. All right. So thank you so much for joining me. Again, I'm B. Sharice Moore. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. All right. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Like, comment, share, subscribe. So again, pick up The Undefeated by Kwame Alexander. Don't forget to support your local libraries too. All right. So especially if you may be strapped for cash at this moment, pick it up from the library, and then you may want to add it to your collection later. I do that sometimes. All right. So The Undefeated, more books with B. Sharice. Thank you for tuning in and enjoy the rest of your week. Take care.